Hello and welcome everybody to a powered cube draft video. I'm Paul Cheon, and right now we are sitting at rank number 350. We had an incredible draft deck with a 4-color vivid elemental. One of the sweetest elementals decks that I've ever drafted. However, I'm kind of at the point where we're just going to be ping-ponging off of the formats here. I know a lot of people like to see cube, but a lot of people also like to see lower in eclipse. And today we are going to be doing some cube drafting, and hopefully we can continue climbing the ranks because we did get a trophy in the last video. Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you wanted to buy some booster boxes of Magic the Gathering product, including Lore and Eclipsed, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, head on over to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also at every Magic the Gathering convention. Swing by the booth. Tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Man, the first limited championship is happening this weekend, but sadly I will be at SCGCon, one of the Milwaukee one this weekend. So I will unfortunately not be able to participate, which, obviously I can't plan for anything, and I already locked in my slot for Milwaukee. All right, we're going to take Orcish Bowmasters here. Sneak Attack is the other fun choice, but Bowmasters is one of the best cards in this current iteration of Cube. Really, really great. I'm not a huge fan of the color black, but you can certainly splash for this. And honestly, black is fine. The only color, as you know, that I try to avoid, and I know it's better, and I know there are going to be green truthers out there, okay? So just don't get too offended. I personally prefer not drafting green relative to the other colors. Blue, black, red, and white are all good in my book. Fire Covenant, Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch, Spell Pierce, all good options as well. But we are taking the Bowmasters. All right, pack 1, pick 2. Bunch of white medium cards. Earthbender Extension is actually pretty decent. I've seen some pretty good green landfall-y decks, and that also I've been playing the mono green landfall deck in standard a fair amount, so I guess maybe I'm a little biased, and I feel this is better than it seems, but I'm of course taking Bloodstained Mire here. Black fetch land after first picking an Orcish Bowmasters makes a ton of sense here. Necromancy if you wanted to do the reanimation thing, but generally speaking, that's not what I aim to do unless I get something super awesome. Like I need to get like the Entomb or Atraxa before I just start taking necromancies over fetch lands. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I love drafting control, and we just got past a 3rd pick Mana Drain, so I am going to be super happy picking that up here. What else do we have? Honestly, not much. Mana Drain is the best card in this pack by a considerable margin, so we're going to take it here and be very happy. All right, pack 1, pick 4. Wow, this pack is loaded. So there's the Entomb. If you wanted to do the reanimation thing, certainly you can take the Entomb here. Now, white also looks super duper open. There's both Solitude and Mother of Runes. Okay, super duper open is a stretch. It is cube draft. There's also Oko, Thief of Crowns, which is, of course, a very, very good splash card as well. So you can make the case for all of these cards, but because I don't really love doing the Reanimator thing, I'm looking at perhaps an Oko Splash versus Solitude and Mother of Runes out of this pack. I really like Solitude. I like Oko as well. The thing is, Mother of Runes I like if I'm a lot more aggressive, and Solitude I like if I want to draft more of a controlling deck. So I'm going to take the Solitude, and maybe we can do some kind of a Esper Cheon's control deck. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But I do like Solitude a fair amount there. Again, I think you could go with Oko or Mother of Runes. Oko, maybe. I think Mother of Runes might be 3rd. Mother of Runes, like I said, I really like if I'm a little more aggressive, but I'm kind of feeling like drafting a control deck here. Here I'll take Inquisition of Kozilek. I like it more than just like a random sweeper here. And perhaps, perhaps we don't end up in blue. We'll kind of see where this draft goes. Pack 1, pick 6. We have Thraben Inspector if I wanted to go like black-white mediums. There is Vindicate, which is a fine, if kind of, not the most exciting removal spell. There's Cryptic Command and Lilion of the Veil. Do I take the Cryptic? Cryptic is just so hard to cast, but I really like... You know what? Normally I would take like Thraben Inspector, but I'm here to have some fun. I really just want to draft the control deck, so let's take the Cryptic and see what happens here. but I think Thraben Inspector probably was the correct pick, but here we are. Pack 1, pick 7. We have Dark Confidant. Leovold is pretty interesting if I want to do some draw 7 shenanigans with the Bowmasters. If I want to draft more of a mid-range strategy, I can certainly take like Dark Confidant. Chrome Host Siege Shark can also be a fine card to play. But I also kind of like Portable Hole as a removal. You know what? I'll take Chrome Host Siege Shark. Look, sometimes you just draft what you feel like drafting, right? And for me, I kind of feel like drafting a blue control deck. So that's what I'm doing. There's some red cards here. Saboteur's fine. We'll take Flood Farm Verge here for better mana fixing here. Now there is all the green cards, unsurprisingly. Now, I can either choose to shift over into green here or just kind of draft my lane here. There's Fire Covenant versus Daze. And I guess we're not seeing as much of the white here. And I really like Fire Covenant as a card, and Daze I think is just like whatever. I know a lot of people really like Daze, but I'm going to take Fire Covenant here. I'm going to take Fire Covenant, and maybe we can put together a Grixis control deck and just not worry about this Solitude here, or Flood Farm Verge. Here we'll take Necromancy just because there's nothing else in the pack. And look, if now we get the Entomb again on the wheel, you know, like we're obviously not pushing for it, but if we get it, then that's certainly a direction that we can end up with this configuration. All right, pack 1, pick 11. There's Elegy Acolyte, Ademi. Yeah, I guess I'll take Elegy Acolyte here. I don't love this card in general. Oh, there's the Entomb. Okay. Well, I mean, look, this is a clear indication, okay? They're starting town, which is really good too, but Entomb Necromancy, that is a clear indication that nobody is really interested in doing Reanimator. So, as you can see from what I did in this draft, I clearly did not want to be a Reanimator. But it's open, right? So now it's just, you know, a matter of us finding some discard outlets. And there was a Lilion of the Veil, which I kind of wish I took now. But I feel like given that nobody took that Entomb, there's a pretty good chance we're going to be able to find ways to get things into our graveyard and win that way. Noting, however, the Sneak Attack did not table. So somebody did take the Sneak Attack, but didn't take the Entomb or the Necromancy. Like that combination typically goes hand in hand. So that's a little bit surprising here for us. Yawgmoth's Will, Amped Raptor. I do like this a lot in the Boros aggro decks, but I'll take Yawg Will in case we get a Lotus and draft some kind of crazy combo deck here. But I think what I'm really looking for here is just control elements, card draw, etc. Vindicate versus Jetmir's Garden. I'll take the Vindicate. I don't know. I mean, we have the Solitude here. You never know. You never know. All right, pack 2, pick 1. What do we have? There is a Booster Tutor for the purposes of having fun. There is Balance. This isn't really a crazy good balance deck. You want lots of Planeswalkers and Artifact Ramp for balance to be good, so we're not really well set up for that. And we also have a Fire Covenant for a sweeper effect. Not really a good Skull Clamp deck. Thundertrap Trainer can be fine. All right, what the heck? Let's take Booster Tutor. Everybody wants to see Booster Tutor get something somewhat useful. It could be anything, even a Lotus. All right, so now we're looking for, because we have the Necromancy, like more reanimation spells, discard outlets, and of course, right now, we don't have any good reanimation targets. So we are going to be looking for Archon of Cruelty, Atraxa, cards of that nature. Now, noting that somebody did take Sneak Attack, so we will be fighting that one person for those types of effects. So we have to be mindful of that. Well, there's an Atraxa, and I'm certainly going to take it here. Verdant Catacombs would be a great addition. I don't really care about all this interaction. Like cheap spot removal in black is pretty easy to get, but Atraxa is, of course, like pretty irreplaceable here. So going to take the Atraxa here. And now we have direction, right? We have Hand Disruption. We have a couple of counter spells. And we have Entomb plus Necromancy. Now I'm happy that I didn't take the Thraben Inspector. I don't think I'm going to play any of these cards here, but we'll just keep it here for now. So now any type of tutor effects I would like, right? We have the Atraxa, the Necromancy, and the Entomb. So, you know, even Vampiric Tutor, cards of that nature, I would be interested in. Some kind of flash package would also be great. Animate Dead would be fantastic. That's a Fury and a Hull Breacher. That is a life death. Wow. Arid Mesa, pack 2, pick 3, although I don't have anything to fetch with here. Fury is also really good. Fiery Confluence, Inti, really good pack. Like 3 great red cards. Arid Mesa as well. There's Life Death and Hull Breacher. So this is a super, super interesting choice. I think Life Death has a really good chance of tabling. I think it's the weakest of the reanimation spells. There's also Persist, which doesn't work with Atraxa, but could work with something like Archon of Cruelty. I think there's a chance we table this. But noting that I have Orcish Bowmasters, and now if I take Hull Breacher, we're set up super well for basically any draw 7 effect. There's a lot more redundancy here, right? Now there's 2 kind of draw 7 type effects. So now, like, I am going to be super happy to pick up any type of draw 7 effect. Wow, this sucks. There's Animate Dead and Gristlebrand in this pack. I think Animate Dead is honestly the pick, right? Like, I have already the best thing to reanimate. I really hate the fact that I'm having to give up on Gristlebrand, but Animate Dead and Reanimate are like the 2 best. Oh, I guess we don't have Reanimate. We only have Necromancy. Animate Dead is one of the best of the reanimation spells. There's a Time Spiral for the draw 7 effects. I mean, if I can take this pack and give up the rest of the pack, I would. I would take Consult the Star Charts, Time Spiral, Gristlebrand, and Animate Dead and be pretty happy. But we're going to take the Animate Dead there and move on. Pack 2, pick 5 gives us... I need blue-black lands. I need blue-black lands badly. I don't love Chromatic Star. I might just take Stern Scolding just for some cheap interaction here. I feel like we don't have a lot to do early. There's Aspara's Headquarters. Maybe I take that, actually. Yeah, you know, I do have this Atraxa, and this helps me cast the hard cast the Atraxa, and I think that's relevant. I've run into this in the past, so yeah, let's do that. I might even play the Flood Farm Verge. All right, pack 2, pick 6. What do we have? There is a Tundra. That is just a blue-white land, though. What else is available here? There's Bitter Triumph. I'm going to take Bitter Triumph. This is a solid removal spell that doubles as a discard outlet, which I think is quite important if we happen to draw the Atraxa here. All right, pack 2, pick 7. There is a Ketria Triome, which is a red... actually, it makes it so that the Bloodstained Mire gets me black and blue, and gives me a blue-red source for the Fire Covenant, which is probably a card that I'm interested in playing here. Wan Shi Tong is fine, but I think I'm going to take the Ketria Triome here. Like, our mana is terrible, so we need to work on this. Oh, Underground Sea. Underground Sea, yes, please. We needed that one badly. Pack 2, pick 9. What do we have? There is Wasteland, which I do not care for. There's Damnation, which I also don't really care for. I have Bitter Triumph and Fire Covenant already. I think I'm actually going to take Thundertrap Trainer here just to have a 2-mana play. I have lots of spells in my deck, so it can just help me find what I need while putting kind of a speed bump into way if I do play against some more aggressive decks. So let's take that. Here, pack 2, pick 10, we have Dam, Cutdown, and Heartless Act. I'm not going to have the white mana for the Overload, and Double Black's kind of hard. So I'm looking at Cutdown or Heartless Act here. I'm not too concerned about getting super run over. I'd rather just have the unconditional removal spell here in the Heartless Act, and we'll take it from there. Now we have Inti, but there's a Life Death. I guess I'm going to take that over Persist, just because the Life Death is something that I can use to reanimate the Atraxa. There's the Gristlebrand. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, please. This is perfect. Okay, so we're set up there. There is a Xayatora's Proving Ground, so these lands are... I gotta figure out what I want to do with these lands here, but... Okay, I mean, like I said, we have direction here. Polluted Delta is fantastic. There's an Ajani Nikado Pariah and Ragavan is really, really good cheap creatures. For us, though... I mean, it's got to be Polluted Delta here. This just makes our mana that much better. I'm trying to play Cryptic Command. My mana's a little bit awkward. Undercity Sewers, if I table that, I'll be pretty happy as well. But yeah, let's take the Polluted Delta out of this pack. Would like to find more ways to get these creatures into my graveyard. I don't have a ton right now, so would be nice if I can find something. Pack 3, pick 2, just nothing in Dimir. That's unfortunate. There's a Blazemire Verge, which is fine, I guess. There's an Emrakul the Promised End, but that's not really something you want to reanimate. Soul Guide Lantern I don't care for. All right, I'll just take Blazemire Verge. I don't really care for any of these cards, and I think I'm going to have enough playables. I mean, this is just a swamp that gives me red mana sometimes, and I think I do want to play the Fire Covenant, so I think this is a fine thing to do. Now, this is definitely an extremely disappointing pack 3. Like, we took a Blazemire Verge, and I guess we took a Polluted Delta. That's not too bad, but nothing to help us with the reanimation stuff or any good draw 7 type effects. Now, Bowmasters and the Hull Breacher are still fine cards to play, but, you know, still worth noting. I'll take Deep Cavern Bat here. Just a fine interactive creature. Malevolent Rumble is fine, but not something I want to take on the splash here. Okay, so that is a Days Undoing. So the question is, do I want to take the Days Undoing here? There's an LED, which I don't care for. Grim Monolith, I don't care for. It's either basically Days Undoing versus Preacher of the Schism. I mean, I'm taking Days Undoing. I mean, it's just Time Twister. Like, I don't get to do anything with the man after, but with Orcish Bowmasters and Hull Breacher, like, Preacher of the Schism is a you know, a totally fine mid-rangey card. But let us take the Days Undoing and have some fun with Bowmasters and Hull Breacher. This is another one of those packs where I wish I took everything out of the pack. There's a Xander's Lounge, Gitaxian Probe, Quantum Riddler, Brainstorm, and Thoughtseize. Like, I think that would be better on average than my next 5 picks. Of course, I'm taking Thoughtseize. I can Thoughtseize myself. I can clear the way against other control decks, but lots of good stuff here. Lots of good stuff. All right, pack 3, pick 6 gives us Library of Alexandria, Frantic Search, Blood Crypt, and Fatal Push. I don't care about my red mana fixing or Fatal Push that much. The question is, do I want Library or Frantic Search here? What can I say? I'm a boomer. I'm going to take the Library. I am a boomer gamer. We are going to take the Library. Unmarked Grave. Search your library for a non-legendary card. No, I rely on the legendary cards, so I don't want to do that. I can take Snuff Out or Bone Shards. I'll take Bone Shards, I guess. I mean, it's like my deck needs like a couple of discard outlets. So like I'm playing the Bone Shards because I absolutely need that type of effect. Here we'll take Atali, and now we're good, right? We have 3 big creatures. Ooh, Undercity Sewers is fantastic here, as I can fetch for it, and our mana is looking pretty solid here as well. So kind of like everything that's happening so far. Don't really need the more. I guess I can play it if I need a green source, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's 22 playables here. Need 1 more card. I don't know what my green situation is, but do I want to take Malevolent Rumble? I don't really want to play Archfiend of the Dross, right? This doesn't really do anything. What's our green situation? 1, 2, 3, 4, and some fetch lands? Maybe. Maybe we do something there. I'll take Savai Triome here. I will note this deck doesn't have like a ton of card draw specifically. I might have to play this Elegy Acolyte, which is not great. Oh, Brainstorm is fantastic. With, I have 2 fetch lands here. Ooh, Blood Crypt, okay. That's nice. Look, the more random free red sources I have, the better it is. The better shot I have of, like, sometimes just hard casting some of these cards, right? So, here we are, some kind of weird reanimatory deck. That's right, I said reanimatory. These are our threats. Elegy Acolyte probably can go. I like all the other spells, honestly. I mean, if I can reliably cast the Cryptic Command, that should be good. I don't think I want the Flood Farm Verge. Or Plains, for that matter. I'll be happy with, like, as many islands as possible. And then, of course, I don't have to play all these Triomes. I mean, we're basically blue-black splashing a Fire Covenant. The question is, like, how many red sources do I need to play? All right, one thing is certain. I have way too many tap lands. I have 6 tap lands. So I definitely need to cut some of these. I think I can cut the Mortuary, because I already have the blue-black Surveil land, so I don't even think I need the 1. Probably you want to cut, like, 1 more Triome. Like, this is just too many tap lands. All right, I think I'm going to give up on the hardcast Atraxa Dream. I think because I'm already splashing red, keeping as many red sources as possible makes the most sense to me. So this way I can just play all the lands that give me both, like, 2 colors of something that I'm looking for. So blue-red, black-red, and green, black-red here as well. Technically, if I draw, like, 3 of these, I can cast the Atraxa, but that's kind of all we're going to be setting ourselves up for here. And so now we have 3, 4, 5, 7 red sources, which means casting a Tali is certainly very reasonable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black sources, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue. So let's go one more blue. So now this makes it even, 10 black, 10 blue. And I know it says we have more black symbols, but it's really close, and I'm playing Cryptic Command and Mana Drain. So let's just keep it pretty even here and try this configuration. There's like a bunch of random like spot removal I can splash Malevolent Rumble, but honestly, none of it seems particularly worth. Let's try this. It's like an okay Reanimator deck. I feel like it didn't get all the pieces. Had I taken the Liliana earlier, or maybe if I take the Frantic Search over Library, it'd be better, but it's got a decent control base. Let's see how this goes. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a fantastic group of folks also looking to up their limited game. Lots of different benefits depending on the tier level. I do monthly videos. I do monthly streams. I'm pretty active on the Discord. If you want to take your game to the next level, check it out. Alrighty, what do we have here? On the play, 2 lands, Booster Tutor, Bowmaster, sure. I'm going to lead with the Blazemiter Verge here so I can play the Booster Tutor. I even have Atraxa Life Death, so if I can Booster Tutor for like, I mean, I don't know, it could be all kinds of things. And also the question is like, do I do it my turn or end of their turn? I don't know. I'm going to do it end of their turn, but I could easily be wrong there. Like, right now, I'm mostly just looking for a mana source. But obviously, a piece of power would be fantastic. That's a Lotus Petal. Miscal, Cryptic, Flicker Wisp, Botanical Sanctum, Ugin, Force of Will? Force of Will is super interesting. Just to prevent, like, broken shenanigans from the other side. But I think I actually want just a land. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough lands in my hand, so... Yeah, let's just take Botanical Sanctum. It's pretty underwhelming. But it lets me cast Mana Drain next turn. And it gives me a green source, so now all I need to do is technically find a white source to potentially be able to hardcast the Atraxa. So... get Bowmasters going here. Alright, and we just drew all of our big things. Sure. I could choose to death the Orcish Bowmasters. I'm going to hold off on it for now. I obviously have Mana Drain available here as well. Candelabra will resolve. So some kind of artifact deck here. Tolarian Academy. So here's my question. Because I could have done this previously, but now I have Mana Drain available. I could choose to... Oh no, it has to be my battlefield. They have 4 or 5 cards in hand. Alright, alright. That's... I guess I could have hit them for more. So I think I might have missed out on 1 point of damage here. Well, I'm glad I took the Bone Shards. Brain Freeze. Whew, they went deep. They went deep. So if I, like... So I can Mana Drain something, and then if and when I do, I will have a bunch of mana, but I would need to find either a white or a red source to be able to hardcast one of these 2 cards. I don't know. I mean, the more I think about it, especially because my deck's not very good at casting some of these cards, maybe I should just have a slower mana base and play more tap lands in the hopes that I can hardcast some of these cards. Of course, we draw Bone Shards now, right? The turn after we cast Life Death. But we do have Animate Dead and Necromancy in our deck. We'll let the Enlightened Tutor resolve. It's an Underworld Breach. Fair enough. Can very, very easily be dead here. Finds Eye Diamond, okay. Do they have a way to get back the Underworld Breach? Then I probably die. If they have Echo of Eons, then certainly not great. Oh, Balance. I see. Time Spiral? Okay. Oh, they discarded their hand. Okay. Alright. So I just need to draw a reanimation spell now. I have 2 in my deck, so that would obviously be very good. Alright. Top deck mode. I mean, you have nothing... Like, what are you doing? Nick, what are you doing? I guess I could play a draw 7. I take that back. I mean, it's technically the correct thing to do. Reanimation spell. Nope. That is, in fact, a Thoughtseize. I'm going to hold off on it. We can cast Cryptic, technically. I'm waiting till I draw, because the thing is, it's so hold on, it's just so unlikely that they have something here, which is why I'm just like holding off on the Thoughtseize in case I draw my reanimation spell, and then I can wait till then to pull this off. Upheaval, did not want. Polluted Delta. I don't have another Surveil land. I mean, I'll play it because I have Brainstorm in my deck. I'm not going to fetch this yet because I have the Brainstorm. And we can obviously afford to take a little bit of damage. God, that doesn't seem like a great thing to go for right now. I do have more mana than my opponent. Do I want to give myself a turn to, like, draw something? God, this is a little sketch. All right, whatever. Okay. Well. Yep. I think I'm just going to try to, like, I'm already at such a low life total. I don't really want to take the damage. Let's just kill it. The question is, should I go with the bat first? Because they have so many cards in hand. I think the answer is yes. Especially because I drew the Bowmasters here. Path to Exile, Underworld Breach, and Sunfall. It's either Path or Sunfall. Alright, we'll do the Path. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can just cast Life and, like, kill them. Should I do that? Hold on. So if I go Bowmasters, they go to 10, though 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. They have, like, one unknown card. It doesn't seem crazy to me. I mean, we'll see. They might crack the Soul Guide Lantern just to draw a card right now. But I remember I missed out on 1 point of damage earlier. It might come back to haunt me here, depending on what happens. I mean, at the same time, I can also just cast a Tali and see what I hit. But then that leaves him vulnerable to Sunfall. Oh, the lands don't get haste though, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they don't get haste. Alright, let's just play a Tali. What? I hit a Gristlebrand? Okay. I mean, I feel like I should draw cards. Okay. Oh, so we drew Mana Drain, which is great. So yeah, we will just keep that up. Discard 3 cards. Bloodstained Miter. Ketria Triome. I mean, I have so many cards. Brainstorm, I guess. So they have to go for Sunfall. They have 5 cards. Oh, that's a really interesting question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I counter this and they Sunfall, because if they have Brain Freeze, I also lose, right? So do I need to counter this Breach and then let them, which is not great at all. Whatever. I mean, if their draw was Lion's Eye, Diamond, Brain Freeze as the unknown cards, so be it. Oh, they can cast Sunfall again, I see. I mean, I hope that's what they... I hope that's what it is. Alright, so they can cast Sunfall again. Sure. What a weird game. Alright, so they have Path to Exile back, but they don't have any mana. So we can just cast Life and kill them. Well, talk about unexpected ways to kill your opponent. Why did you do that? Oh my gosh, okay. Life for the win! Yeah, that's exactly how we drew up the first win. Yeah. You know, you just play the cards and you hope for the best. And that is what happened there. Okay. Alright, I might need to adjust my mana base just a little bit here. Alright, opponent on the play. We have Library on the draw, so that's exciting. We also have Bowmaster's Days Undoing. That can also be exciting. Right. I mean, I'll certainly forego utilizing the library, you know, on some turns or whatever, if need be. Yeah, like, for example, I'll play Deep Cavern Bat here. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, I'm already up a card here. Chromo Seed Shark, okay. So we can play a land, draw a card, kill this. They use their days, so again, just like we've drawn 2 cards off of the library and they're playing like a blue-white control deck. They missed the land drop here, which is no good for them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do I want to play? I can play the Triome, but I also have Bowmasters plus Brainstorm. Lots of good options. I think I will just play the Triome, though. Just take it nice and slow. Like, their deck is going to have a really tough time beating Library, I feel. And the mana curve for a deck outside of our top-end cards is just so low, you know? Bowmasters probably gets countered. Snapcaster Mage Days. Nice. Okay. Fair enough. That is a mana drain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Can still play it super slow. Take 2 damage here. Hallowed Fountain. Probably pass, given that they're blue-white, but we'll see. Alright, activate Library. Oh, Entomb. Although we kind of have all of our cards, right? Oh, but we can Brainstorm first. Okay. Oh, Bone Shards? Whew. This is interesting. I mean, I just don't think I need my big things, right? Got that in the graveyard. Now we can booster tutor. Okay, Croxa, Chandra. I like how there's another Atraxa. There's Counterspell and Mox Sapphire. So Counterspell and Mox Sapphire look very, very interesting to me. I'm going to take Mox Sapphire. We're just playing the library game here. That is a life death, which I don't need just yet. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. And obviously, like, if I can resolve this mana drain, that will be very, very good. I didn't have the mana to go mana drain plus Cryptic, so I'm not going for that just yet. The One Ring. That seems worthy of a mana drain. Wow. Fair enough. Okay, and that is a Gristle brand. Okay. So they have a One Ring that needs to be answered. I do have a mana drain. I can just pick this up here. I just don't have like a great way to deal with this, right? Unless I like pick it up and then counter it on the way down. Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to like how many counterspells my opponent's working with here to protect the One Ring. If I can get, if I can get Hull Breacher going, that would obviously be very good. Maybe I should have searched out a Hull Breacher. I mean, we've already looked at so many cards here. Teferi Time Raveler. Okay, well. Bone Shards would have killed the Teferi. Oh, they can't play it. Okay. That's good. All right, what do I want to do here? I'm at a low life total. Okay. Atraxa Online. Hull Breacher for sure. Thoughtseize. A land of... I'm just going to go with untap land without really thinking too much. And instant. That seems good. Let's go Underground Sea. Let's go Thoughtseize you. If they kill the Atraxa, it's not even that big of a deal. I've drawn all my cards. What I really want to do is Hull Breacher plus Days Undoing, which my opponent currently doesn't know about. Path to Exile. Touch the Spirit Realm. Hold on. One Ring and Fractured Identity. I see. Alright, let's see what they do. They have a lot of removal in their hand. They're going to try to go Fractured Identity on Atraxa probably. But we can Bitter Triumph the Atraxa here. Yep. And they don't know about Days Undoing, right? So... They have Oust and Path to Exile. But if they're tapped out, then I can go Hull Breacher Days Undoing. And that'll obviously be very good. I'm tapped out. Wow. They do not want to do anything. Well, now we drew the Inquisition, so we can Inquisition them. Oh, no lands left. Darn. Okay. It doesn't really matter what we take. Oh, it does. It does. It does, actually. If an opponent draw a card except for if they draw... Okay, okay. So, sure. Let's take that. We can play a land. I can also life death something, but just to have like a big creature in play. But I think I just want to shuffle everything back in, honestly. Do I want to attack this turn? Probably not. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it didn't matter. What am I saying? All right. Turn over. We get a bunch of treasures. So great, great spot to be. Things are looking fantastic here for us. Draw a card. 20 cards left. We can entomb. Tracks, I guess. All right. All right. All right. We are living our absolute best life here. What are you working with? I got a bat. Mana drain. Okay. You can mana drain the bat. 18 cards left. I honestly did not need to do that. Just play Gristlebrand. Play a land. Play life death. Alright, take mana drain. Atali. This is silly. Ketria Triome. Bone shards, sure. Alright. You know, props to our opponent for fighting the good fight. I'm just discarding kind of at random here. I have 2 counterspells in my hand, and we're doing all the fun things. All right. Well, that was definitely a good showcase in the power of Library of Alexandria, which is obviously nice. You know, there's always that constant argument on whether or not it's playable or totally unplayable. Depends on the matchup. Depends on the complexion of your deck and how many cheap spells you have. I think it's a decent card here. That being said, of course, I still would have loved to have Frantic Search as well, just to have ways to discard some of my big cards. All right, opponent on the play here, and I do have Library once again. I will keep this. Now, if they have a quick start or a hand disruption spell, then of course that changes how we play our game. Currency Converter, however, is not the most threatening card. I was powerful or not powerful, I will say it is a very silly card to play against. You know what I mean? You're just like, really? Turn 1 Library? No counterplay? You know what I mean? All right, so let's go Thoughtseize. Oh, that... Wow. That actually... with Currency Converter, Thoughtseize is actually kind of annoying, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I can still just take the best card out of their hand, but it can double their clock, right? They can just make another 2/2, which is not necessarily something I want them to do. The plan here is to draw a card with Library and cast Booster Tutor. Fast mana would obviously be insane. All right, there's a Saga. All right, yeah, they actually have a good proactive deck that's actually very good against hand disruption given their start. So I do not think I'm ahead here at all. In fact, I think they're reasonably ahead here. Maybe this card in the Ketria Triumph wasn't good because like I might have wanted Fiery Confluence, but here we are. Let's... Maybe I draw a Daze or something, I don't know. Lotus Petal, Channel, Mind Twist, 3 cards in hand. There's Galvanic Discharge, which I can't cast. There's Sentinel, which I can't cast. I can't cast any of these cards. There's Badlands and Lotus Petal. I feel like I need Lotus Petal, honestly, as the best way for me to keep up with what they're doing. Yeah, I actually think I'm like, unless I can reanimate something big here, I think I'm pretty, like, this is tough. Fiery Confluence, okay. I mean, look at this. I'm taking 8 damage this turn. And they make a 2/2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm hoping to get lucky with this sewers. Oh, okay, that works. Entomb. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Lotus Petal. Draw card. They have 2 cards available. But I mean, I don't have the mana because I played the stupid tap land. Yikes. So I gotta play this stupid thing so I don't die. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, this was... There might have been a way for me to win. Okay. There might have been a way for me to win, but at this point, I'm just gonna be taking too much damage. Alright. That library was definitely too slow. That was a absolute beating of a blue-red aggro tempo deck. Chromox, sure. Might as well cast it, right? The amount of damage I'm taking here is just absolutely insane. Alright, we cannot win this game. Actually, we're just straight up dead here. How is Lelia a 10/10 turn 4? That's a 10/10 Lelia on turn 4. Wow. All right. Good beats. All right. We had a win with a library and a loss with a library. That is how it goes. All right. Opponent on the play. This is quite a slow hand, I will say. Okay. Well, untapped black source would be nice. We don't have it, so... Yeah, like a turn 1 Felia on the play is going to be super hard for us to beat. I mean, we do have Fire Covenant, though, so maybe it's fine. Cathar Commando, same thing. Okay, Brainstorm. Why do all my opponents have this stupid card when I have Inquisition? What the hell? Alright, whatever. Okay, Badgermole Cub and Phantasmal Image. Do they have a green source? Okay, sure. Phantasmal Image I only have to deal 1 damage to, so... Well... I mean, obviously it depends on what they play, but like... At least I will be able to buy some time here. I'm taking 5. I mean, I'm taking a lot. Because their only play here is like play Phantasmal Image and just like try to get in for maximum damage. And if they choose to do that, then I do have the ability to... Oh, no, they're just... Okay, sure. Now the question is, are they going to Phantasmal Image here? They can't. Because of the way that they tapped. Fair enough. We hit Brainstorm and we have Fire Covenant as well. I just am not in a position to take a ton of damage here, so... Okay, sure. I guess I should have killed it in response to the currency converter. I was just hoping that they were going to run out the Phantasmal Image before attacking. But they got the blue source necessary here, and now I'm probably just dead. Gosh, this is really frustrating. Like, extremely so. Maybe I hit balance. There's a Karakas, there's a Reanimate, but I'm way too low. Karakas doesn't do anything. There's a Seer, which I can cast. I mean, that's pretty pathetic, but, like, that's my only play, right? I can play Tarmogoyf. No, I can't play Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously the instance of like, there being a cost for playing all the tap lands to make sure that I can try to cast all my big cards. Like, this is the downside, right? And this is also the downside of just drafting like a Reanimator deck that's not quite there. It's just like a little too inconsistent. I hope they brainstorm with Jace first before they attack. That would be fun. Tolarian Academy? Okay. I mean, it's my only hope. I mean, if they kill the Hull Breacher, we're dead. Oh, wow. That worked. Woo. It started raining really hard. Blue, white, green. Okay, so they put 2 cards back. Now I can, like, counter tap their team, right? Pest Infestation. So... Wait, can I just, like, fizzle this? I'm not actually sure. I don't actually know. Can I fizzle that? I think I can. Yep. Okay, good. All right, so now, unfortunately, I can't play the Atraxa. So, I will play the Sewers first. See if I can find something. That's a Heartless Act, which is great. Because now I can cycle. I can kill this thing. And I can just kill the Jace. Like, I still don't want to have... I don't want them to have a Jace in play. And I can cast Atraxa next turn. We're at 1 life. We might be stabilizing at 1. I'm not sure. Parallax Wave? Darn. Okay. I mean, Atraxa's still good against Parallax Wave. So they're just looting? Oh, with the currency converter, that's good. Yeah. Of course. Alright. What do we got? Okay, so for creature, what do I want? I can play Atali. That's a pretty good one. So let's take the Atali because I can just cast it. I'll take Mana Drain as an instant. Necromancy? Necromancy on Cathar Commando is not bad. Wait, there's like no other enchantments to even pick, so let's take that. As far as lands go, this is the only sorcery, so we'll take that. And then we'll take a land. What's our color situation? Sure. And do I want to play Spara's Headquarters? Yes. All right. We have access to the mana drain, so this is the really big turn where they need to resolve something. 1 card in hand. Tezzeret Cruel Captain, that's really scary. Soon, what are they gonna get? Pyrite Spellbomb would kill me. Wait, nothing? That's rough. Okay. Okay, what else can I get? There's Phantasmal Image, which isn't great. Okay, there's Thoughtseize, which obviously I don't want to do. So they're going to kill this, and then I get back Cathar Commando, and then I just get like both of those back, which seems insane, right? So let's go black. Keep up Mana Drain mana. Okay. This is just infinite value. Yeah. I have a Hull Breacher. Oh, and I have Days Undoing. I want that. Days Undoing. That's the sorcery. We'll take a library. Enchantment. Creature. Choose up to 4. Okay. Let's see. They have 18 cards. I can play Days Undoing, actually. But I really like my hand, actually. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just go Orcish Bowmasters here. Finish you off. And keep up mana drain, and they have no cards in hand. Okay. Crazy game. I thought I was dead for sure. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. I mean, I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead. So, you know what? I am happy that we won that game. And, you know, that went from, like, me thinking for sure I was 2-2 to a 3-1. Okay, on the play, I will keep this hand. I do need a way to discard the Atali here. I'm going to lead with Zayatoro's Proving Ground. Just always leading with the tap land. Because with the Polluted Delta, I can get an Underground Sea if I really need. Of course, I would like to get Undercity Sewers or something along those lines. Fast Bond? Well, that's super scary. Soul Ring. Misty. Yeah, if they get like Excavator here or something. 6, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was obviously very good. Let us kill the 6. And hopefully they have nothing left. Okay, Once Upon a Time. Should probably tap your Soul Ring. They probably have their... Oh, what? I can't believe they sequenced that so perfectly. All right, well, we got a Tireless Tracker with Fastbond, Soul Ring. I mean, this is insane, of course. What can I do here? If I get this back, non-land permanent cards in my graveyard have Retrace, which I don't have. I have Brainstorm. I'm going to Brainstorm. I'm going to Brainstorm and look for a removal spell or Entomb. Entomb would be really good. That's an Inquisition, which I care not for at all. This is rough. The question here is whether or not I should just animate Dead to 6. You may put during your turn, mill 3 cards. I'm going to choose not to, but I think it's close. Yeah, the Fabled Passage Tracker, it was just... Oh my gosh. Okay. Did they draw that? They're actually playing like a standard deck here with Tireless Tracker. I don't know if I can like beat this, honestly. Why didn't they crack the clue? Alright, here we go. Get the sewers going. Atraxa, Gristlebrand, Fire Covenant. Oh, that's really exciting. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, no point in mucking around here. Let's do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. I don't know why they did that, but that actually helps me. Because now I can Inquisition them and maybe I get something. Okay, we got Tifa. There's an Ulamog. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they have 7 mana. Oh, man. Alright, well, I gotta kill them before Ulamog comes down. That's 8 lands. Oh, Bossing Say? Oh my gosh, they literally have like a full-blown standard deck here. Look at this thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Okay, so I do have Entomb Animate Dead, but now I'm at 6 life. Oh, no. Animate Dead is fine with that. Animate Dead is fine with that. So what do I want to get? It's Gristlebrand versus... Oh, it's got to be Atraxa. Okay. All right, well, there's that Ulamog that can come down here, so this is obviously still very, very scary. Did I find Mana Drain? I did not. This kills 2 permanents when it comes in. Oh, man. Okay. I kind of need an untapped land here. So we'll take Flood Farm Verge. That's the enchantment. Which instant do I want? Probably Bitter Triumph over Booster Tutor. And then this is the sorcery. And the creature, I'll take Bowmasters. Okay. Let me think here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's not much I can do here. This is indestructible? Okay. Oh, I can just kill this now. And that puts it into play tapped, right? So they can't get the second land. All right. No land. No land. No land, I got a shot. No land, I got a shot. Okay, Bossing's Fabled Passage. Nissa. Okay. This is all fine. Okay, we hit Bone Shards. We can also Necromancy the Atali. We have lots of options. I also have Bowmasters plus Days Undoing. And that deals lots of damage to them. Is that worth, though? I mean, they get a whole grip of cards. But I get to basically kill Nissa and draw a bunch of cards. I also have Cryptic Command. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can get them a land no matter what. I can also just get back Atali. God, there's so many insane options here. I'm at 12. You know what? Let's just... Gosh, I don't know if I like this. Casting Days Undoing here just seems like suicide. All right, what? You know what? Let's live. Let's live a little. Let's get this going. Doesn't matter. That gets shuffled in. All right, but this triggers still. Oh, it doesn't trigger. That is not a combo at all. That's horrible. Well. I mean, the thing is, like, Ulamog was going to be really hard to beat. So, I thought I would kill the Nissa though. That was not good. I thought I was going to kill the Nissa. Oh, this is... All right, we might have beefed this one. I will say our opponent has a cool deck for like a mono green deck. This is about as good as you can hope for. Oh man, that's so brutal. I thought the trigger still happened. I mean, it depends on how much damage I take here, but the Nissa is a lot of damage. They also have Titania. Oof. Well, at least that's an interaction that I didn't know about previously, and now I know. Yeah. Like, my opponent is like a block constructed green deck. Not block constructed, but like a really well constructed green deck here. Props to them. Oh my gosh. All right. Hold on. Can I life death something small? Yeah, I mean, I have to just cryptic command next turn. Let's go Heartless Act. I'm surprised they didn't hit more lands off of that fast bond. I mean, is there a world where I can, like, cryptic command, life, death, kill them? Super unlikely. Wow, they land cycled. Okay. Okay. They did take a land for a point of damage from that thing. I think we let that resolve. They don't have a land in their yard. 3 cards left in their hand. Nexus of Becoming. This one's a little bit trickier. But I do have a bunch of removal. Like, what can they put into play? Because I can just tap it all down, right? I'm going to let this resolve too. I want to tap down their entire team and then try to kill them. Okay. I'm going to deal 1 to you. Okay. Okay. Cryptic you. In your combat step, they have access to 3 mana left. They can crack the Fabled Passage, but if they do, then I still tap down the 5/3 that they make. Okay. Is it time to just go for life? You choose life or you choose death. And today we choose life. Let's go. I would not have guessed multiple victories due to casting life to make a bunch of 1/1s. But here we are. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we won that one either. I mean, this entire series is a case study in, oh, I can't believe I pulled off yet another victory in the most unlikely of circumstances. But 4 wins, 1 loss. Don't give up. Keep playing, and here we are. All right, on the play here. Ooh, well, I guess Days Undoing Orcish Bowmasters doesn't really do anything. But we have Mana Drain, Orcish Bowmasters, Animate Dead. Very good hand. Turn 1, Ponder. It would have only been cool if my opponent waited a turn for that. That would have been the cool, chill thing to do. But my opponent is neither cool nor has any chill, obviously. So with the Polluted Delta, I can play either Orcish Bowmasters or Mana Drain, so... Retrofitter Foundry is quite annoying. I don't know if it's, like, Mana Drain worthy, though. Maybe it is? Sure. Okay. I mean, it's a really annoying artifact. Okay. See, now I kind of wish I had the... Oh, well. Okay, so let's brainstorm. Okay. I guess I'm going to play Chromho Seed Shark here. Not really a situation for Days Undoing. I don't know how I'm going to discard this Gristlebrand. This way, like, if they kill my Seed Shark, I can Animate Dead or Bowmasters. There's, like, a lot of stuff I can do. This is also fine. Now I'm going to finish off the Teferi with the Bowmasters. Nothing to Animate Dead. There's Days Undoing, which is not that great here. Great collection of cards here from the opponent, though, and I'm kind of out of stuff to do. I have this Bad Days Undoing. Enduring Innocence, okay. Alright, we are playing the waiting game. Undercity Sewers is a good draw. Land. I'll take land. We're playing it patient here. A Demi of the Silk Chutes. Okay. Doesn't actually trigger Enduring Innocence, so... yeah, not a combo. Not a combo there. I mean, I'd like to be able to counter something at some point, but... we'll take the damage here for now. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. Do you just have all flash threats? Maybe. If I draw 1 more land, I can play Chromho Seed Shark with Cryptic Command backup. That's not bad. 5 cards in hand from the opponent. I can't kill the Ademi because they have the Karakas. I can, I guess, double block here, but I can wait on that too. Actually, should I just double block? Fine. It gives me something to animate dead. That is a library. It's for all purposes here. It's just a land. Let's go Chromho Seed Shark. I mean, they didn't play anything last turn. Presumably, they'll play something this turn. Skyclave Apparition. The thing is, like... man, oh, sure. That's fine. And they're going to draw a card here, but, like... we'll note that the... you know, I still get a 4 out of the deal. They do get 4 colorless here. Hopefully, they can't really use it here. Oh, looks like they're going to. Shoot. Coveted Jewel? What? Wow. All right, we have Necromancy here. Necromancy. Animate Dead. I attack. Oh, man. Okay. I can't kill the Apparition is the problem. That Coveted Jewel's kind of crazy good right now. All right. Okay. Oh, I can, Necromancy the Apparition, right? They have lots of mana. This feels like a really weird Coveted Jewel deck. Like, I don't know what they're doing. They're like a blue-white artifacts deck, kind of, with like some cheap creatures as well. I mean, it's like a blue-white tempo deck, I'm gonna say, but like Coveted Jewel seems very, very odd. Yeah, like I don't understand this at all. Okay, Ulamog. Okay. I guess. I can't kill it, right? It's got indestructible. So how do I actually get it off the battlefield here? I can attack with everything and then Coveted Jewel and hope I can bounce it somehow. Feels like my only line. I can't animate dead anything great. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have Gristlebrand, but they have Karakas. I have Animate Dead, but that doesn't do anything. Oh, jeez. Okay, well... I mean, I don't really have a choice, so here we are. Now we draw the Hull Breacher. Okay. All right, well, opponent has 8 cards. I don't know how we're going to win this game. I really don't. They're going to mill me for 20 cards. I do not see a way out of this. Somehow they were able to hard cast an Ulamog. Okay. There are 14. Yeah. This one I'm like definitely dead. The Ulamog being indestructible is just too strong. Man, that one looked pretty good. Like, where did it all go wrong? That mana drain was actually, like, really good. Mana draining my 4-drop into second main phase played Coveted Jewel, and I didn't have the way to take the Coveted Jewel right away, which allowed them to hardcast the Ulamog. So, yeah, I mean, maybe there was a different path I could have taken to win that game. Still a good game. Really odd configuration for the opponent, but got it done there. Probably like just like some Academy deck. Alrighty, opponent on the play, we have a fine hand. Again, it's like we have a lot of these reanimation spells, but like no actual way to put things in the graveyard. But I mean, I'm still going to keep this hand. We have Heartless Act, Thundertrap Trainer, Hull Breacher, opponent on the play with a turn 1 Spire Bluff Canal. Ooh, we just have Undercity Sewers. Alright, if we get lucky. Given that they led with Spire Bluff Canal, I feel like Fire Covenant's not going to be that good. Like, I already have a Heartless Act. You know what I mean? So, I think this is okay. Right, yeah. Alright, so they got a slow deck going here. Booster Tutor. But I'm just going to go Thundertrap Trainer. Entomb, Animate... Ooh, that's a library. Okay. Well, that's Animate Dead, so we have multiple reanimation spells. And we have Deep Cavern Bat, which is really nice. Gotta think here. Like, what is like the most likely thing that they can play? I guess I just lead with the bat, right? It's like hard to go wrong with the bat. They might have a counterspell into something. It's bad if they go like counterspell into card draw effect, but this is also the like this gives me the opportunity to double spell. And what do they have? Shieldred, Bone Shards, Thirst for Identity, and Spell Pierce. Okay, there's a Shieldred, which I actually don't care for because I have the Heartless Act. So if anything, I don't want them to Thirst here probably. So let's just take that. Now they're just going to play Shieldred, and then upkeep we can just, like, kill it. Alright, let's go Booster Tutor here. Alright, what do we got? There's a Time Spiral, Tinker, Entomb? What? Entomb seems kind... Oh, Ancestral Recall. Hold on. Okay, let's just go with Ancestral. Come on. Come on. Alright, so let's kill you. Ancestral. Oh, the one swamp. Inquisition. Mystic Confluence, Spell Pierce, and Bone Shards. I can play around Spell Pierce. Alright. We are firmly in the driver's seat here. That is a Mystic Confluence, though. Okay, so that changes things. I did just draw Mana Drain. So there is that. If I do go Animate Dead, I can Animate Dead like Shieldred or something, you know? Or I can just wait for them to end of turn Mystic Confluence and then just Mana Drain them. Honestly, Animate Dead kind of forces the action And I think that's just, it's just really, really good. So let's just do it. All right. So they have one top deck here. We're going to have access to 7 mana. So we're going to be able to just hard cast a Tali with Hull Breacher and all the other shenanigans. All right. Okay. Back to our winning ways. Back to our winning ways. Lost to that like really nice tempo deck and another deck where maybe I shouldn't, where I got Ulamogged. So 5-2. All right, on the play here, mana drain plus stuff. Oh, I have Bitter, Triumph, Life Death, and Atraxa. I'm gonna keep this. It's a little bit dicey. Okay, it's a little bit sketch, but I do have a turn 2 mana drain, which allows me to mana drain to the Chromehost Heat Shark. And all I need is one of my like 9 or 10 black sources, and I'll be okay. Of course, if I just draw a black source immediately, that would also be fine. We have, I mean, yeah. I think I have 9 black sources in my deck, so lots of outs here. Mana Crypt? Do I just counter that? I don't really need to play Chromehost Heat Shark. The thing is, if I have a bunch of mana, what am I going to do, right? Like, I can't even do anything with all the colorless mana. Like, I can't play Atraxa. I kind of have to mana drain this. Oh, a lot of ramp. Good sequencing. All right, give me a black source here. Give me a black source. All right, well. Them's the beats. Those are the beats. Man. It's a shame that it might end in this manner just because of, like, how sweet a lot of the games that we played were. You know what I mean? It is a shame. I mean, it does technically block Pyroglyph. I mean, this is why Life Death, by the way, is just... Okay, it has been good for us, but, like, if you are behind, you just take so much damage. Oh, a Solitude here? What the? Parallax Wave? Oh, so they're green, white, splashing red. Sure. Yeah, at this point, I don't even think a black source gets me... Well, it might. It still might. I get to Bitter Triumph or Bone Shards, whatever. What are you doing with this mountain? Wow. Maybe they rummage off the Territorial Kavu? Okay, so Pyroglyph has grown. I get to block here. They have 1 card. Okay, I'm at 6. Soul Ring. Okay. That's a Blazemire Verge. Okay. Well, I can kill things. But is that enough? Right? Bone Shards on something. They also have the Restless Ridgeline, which they can use to pump other things too. I can't cast Life Death. I mean, I can get back a Hull Breacher, but that's kind of weak. Let's play this. I gotta think here. All right. So I can Bitter Triumph, but I don't know what to Bitter Triumph. Like, what is my out to victory here? What is this pump? Another target attacking creature gets +2/+0? I can kill the Kavu. I'm gonna kill the Kavu. So this hits me. They can untap their land. And now I have outs to animate dead. Oh, Cryptic Command doesn't do anything. All right, Deep Cavern Bat. Elspeth, okay. Like, I need Animate Dead, right? Or Necromancy, which is why I needed the Atraxa in my graveyard. So I needed to kill the Territorial Kavu. I guess I could have killed the Badger Mole Cub and not have to worry about this, but yeah. We're drawing slim here. I will say, no matter what happens, though, fun series. Definitely. We're 4. That's a Gristlebrand. And that'll probably get it done. I guess I have like one more turn if I draw Animate Dead. Or, yeah. Look, I mean, look, I kept a somewhat risky hand, right? Also, do they have Mana Crypt Soul Ring? They sure do. Okay, so Rock, okay. Okay. Why didn't they play Elspeth? I think they, like, miscalculated. I don't think it matters, though. Yeah, we needed a blue source there, I guess. Alright. Alright. Well, you know what? Like I said, for Cube, like, you're trying to, you know, I think this was a really, really fun run. All in all. Like, we just had a really fun deck. And getting to 5 wins and having all those close games with an archetype that I don't typically love, with some mistakes along the way, I'm okay with it. Like, I thought this deck was cool. We had no pieces of power, but we had some, you know, decent mana. We had Hull Breacher plus Days Undoing, which is a combo, but Orcish Bowmasters is not. And we had these good reanimation targets, plus, you know what, Animate Dead, Life Death, props to Life Death winning us a bunch of games, and Necromancy. But I feel like, you know, this is part of the issue with the Reanimator deck is like, it's a deck that requires multiple pieces to work. And if you don't find the right pieces, you end up just kind of losing as a result. So I think that's kind of what happened in that well, the last game was mana. But previously to that, sometimes we would just have Atraxa and not find a way to put it into play. So it's what happens when you make that late pivot and you don't quite get all the cards. But all in all, solid deck. Nothing too busted. But definitely had a lot of fun. I think we had a really, really good run regardless. And really, really liked just kind of how things played out. Cryptic Command. Some games, like, I couldn't cast it and I lost. Other games, it single-handedly won me matches. So who's to say? Who's to say? Like I said, I still generally prefer full-on control decks, but, you know, this deck did have a handful of combos with some disruption. Did like it. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to probably go back to Lower in Eclipse, maybe do a little ping-ponging back and forth. But a really good run regardless, 5-3. Hopefully, we can go back to our winning ways in tomorrow's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Match the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Match the Gathering product, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, or commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Match the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.